And good evening, everyone. The NFL lockout finally over. Training camp begins in days, and no one's happier than the voice of the Bills, News 4 Sports Director John Murphy.
Well, actually, there's got to be a lot of people happy, I would think, Don. Most players, most owners, employees of the teams, and most importantly, the fans. The best news is no regular season games will be missed, and the new NFL labor agreement ensures labor peace for the next 10 years. The announcement came early this afternoon. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell was side by side with Union Chief Demar Smith. The lockout is over. Both sides now saying they've got some making up to do to their loyal fans.
I'd like, on behalf of both sides, to apologize to the fans that for the last 5-6 months we've been talking about the business of football and not what goes on the field and building the teams in each market. But the end result is we've been able to have an agreement that I think is going to allow this sport to flourish over the next decade.
Our guys are excited and ready to go back to work. You know, those that are free agents want to know when their free agency period is going to start. But for the most part, you know, guys are excited to be able to get back to doing what we love to do.
Well, the Bills complex in Orchard Park is open to players tomorrow morning, and those already in town are expected to be there to work out at the facility and meet with their coaches and get their first workouts in. Training camp will open on time, according to Bills CEO Russ Brandon. The team will have a full training camp at Fisher starting this weekend, and more on that coming up in sports.
All right, you got it, Murph. And, of course, the end of the lockout gives a huge sigh of relief to Bills country, where the team is indeed big business. That's especially true in Orchard Park, where News 4's George Rickard is live for you tonight. George?
Well, whether it's the businesses who rely on this team or just the regular old fans, there was very little surprise at the way this all ended, but there was a big sigh of relief.
Oh, I love it because it wouldn't be the same without a season of football.
Alan CHECKO isn't just a season ticket holder, but LOUIE'S Texas Hots, where he works near the stadium, depends on the game day crowd. When there's a home Bills game, what is it like in here?
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Before the game, I mean, all the seats will be full. There'll be people waiting for takeout. People will be sitting down, like standing outside waiting for their food. Josh GALLUCH's family depends on the extra income by parking cars on his front lawn every fall.
I mean, I enjoy going to the games, and plus it really helps out the community around here. It gets people in the Orchard Park area.
That spin-off effect is something the players were well aware of.
This is America's game. You know, this is the #1 sport in America, and I think, you know, we were focused on that, and you can constantly hear guys saying it. You know, we're trying to get this done for the fans because, you know, without the fans, we wouldn't have this game. So we definitely wanted to get it done. It took longer than we wanted to, but it's done now, and hopefully we can focus on that.
More than 100 employees of the Bills front office took a pay cut since March, but today they were made whole for those 4 months in what comes down to a simple battle over revenue.
I think the money's been redistributed. Rookies who come into the league are not getting a disproportionate share of the revenue the way that they had been in previous years. The veterans who've earned it will get the money more so than the rookies coming in. I think the owners are happy with that. And at the end of the day, if they both continue to grow the business, they'll all be happy.
Well, I'm a fan, and I can't see not having football in Buffalo. I mean, it's a staple in Buffalo. I just think it's great. I'm just glad that we got football back.
Now back here live at Ralph Wilson Stadium, there was very little activity tonight other than Freddie Jackson shooting a commercial outside, but the Bills are expected to possibly say more tomorrow. Live at Ralph Wilson Stadium, George Rickard for the 10 o'clock news.